Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please click on the subscribe button. If you're returning here and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button also. And if you would, take a second, drop me a comment below. As you can see right now, my firewood holder is a brown box with firewood in it. We don't use a whole lot of firewood. We just got a small fire pit here. It's good for the summertime, cookouts, things like that. So I'm going to pre-cut all my wood. There's no sense of making you watch me cut the wood. I've got some basic tools. I'm using a saw. You can use a handsaw if you want to. I've got a nail gun. You can use screws if you want to. I'm only planning on getting 2 or 3 years use out of this. I'm going to paint it also, so I'm not worried about using framing nails. Some people give me some crap about using framing nails, but again, I'm going to paint it. You can use treated nails if you want to. You can use wood screws, deck screws, however you want to put this together. But basically I'm going to use some cinder blocks. I'm going to keep it up off the ground because I've got a ditch line behind me here. We're in the Carolinas, so we do have some rattlesnakes, copperheads, moccasins, and as you can see, I've got some little dogs along with a big dog that run around the yard all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all my wood. I'll show you my design, and then I'll show you not really step by step, but I'll kind of break it down in a few pieces so I don't bore you to death putting it together. I basically just kind of rake the area out. You can prep your ground as good as you want. You can sand it, you can put pavers down, whatever you want to do. Basically, again, I just want to keep mine up off the ground, keep snakes and stuff from underneath of it. So I've decided I want to make it about 4 foot long. So I'm going to take these cinder blocks. I'm just going to kind of lay them out with the holes upright. Then I'm going to measure them to see if I've got close to a 4 foot gap in there. The middle block would be optional for you. I don't know how much wood I'm going to put on here. If you're going to put a lot of wood on there, you want to support it in the middle. If you're not putting a lot of wood on there, if you're using small kindling or something, you won't need that middle block. But I'm going to put it in there just because I can. Now again, this is just kind of an extra step, but I want to kind of level it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it somewhat level where it's not just looking like crap any more than it already is going to. So I'm going to sink my blocks in once I get it measured out to where it's pretty much level. And once I get that done, again, I'm going to slide my blocks inward. I'm going to use the 2x4 already cut. That's 48 inches. I'm going to put it on both sides, and then I've got the block for the end. I cut long enough to go across the cinder block, so I'm actually going to cap it in. So I'm going to be 51 inches long completely after I'm done with the boards. One of the other things I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the width of my fire pit because I can't put a log in here bigger than 26 inches anyhow. So I'm going to make my rack 24 inches long, or 24 inches wide. So basically 24 inches to the fence. So I'm going to bring it out. I don't want to touch the fence. I don't want to be there. So actually where this block is here is pretty much where I'm going to start it at. And that'll leave me room to hang wood off the back and keep it kind of flush with the front. That way it just looks better from the front side. So if I do 24 to there, I'm not touching the fence, but I'm not hanging out over the front too far if I don't want to. Okay, so I've got my cinder blocks level now. I'm going to take my end piece here. As you can see, it's the same width as my block. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to finish getting my distance pretty close. Once I make the square frame on the bottom, I'll be able to move it a little bit, but I want to get it close to where it's at. I'm going to nail the bottom piece in, and then we'll start working on the uprights. So I've not attached that yet, but basically there you can see the bottom framework. So I'm going to go ahead and nail those in. Again, if you want to use screws, you can use screws. Whatever you want to do to attach them, but I'm just going to use a nail gun and shoot them in. So there's my frame nailed up. I'm going to go ahead and put one more beam across the middle just to add a little more support. Again, just in the middle. Again, just add a little bit more support. If you want to get picky, you can measure that out, make it perfect. But again, this is just going to hold wood, so I'm not too worried about it being perfect. Now, depending on what you want to do here, as you can see, I've got about a, I don't know, I'd say it's a 10 or 15 degree angle with that. Again, depending on how much lumber you're going to put on here, the wider you make that, the more stress it's going to put on the outside. Again, I'm not going to overload mine. It's going to be more stable because you're actually going to use the cinder block for helping support the weight pushing outward. So that's what my base looks like from the front. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my 2x4 down in the cinder block. That's going to give me enough of a pitch on there that I'm not going to have to make an extra brace to hold it. The cinder block itself will keep the bottom from kicking out and let me put more weight on it. So I'm going to figure out what height I want these. I think I want them about 3 foot high. I don't want them sticking above my fence line because I won't be able to put a cover on it. So I'm going to make about 3 foot high, give or take a little bit. So I'm going to cut 4 of those out, drop them in. I'm going to nail them, and then I'm going to run a board in between them just to support them. All right, so there's my posts. Again, I've got 4 of those. I did those at 42 inches is what I decided to go for. That seemed to work good for me. Now down inside my cinder blocks, they're not 100% perfect. So when I go to line these up, my block may overhang a little bit on one side or the other, or my nailing might be a little bit off, but it's going to be close enough for what I want to do with it. Again, I'm not going for perfection here. If you wanted to, you could actually shave off a little bit of the wood to make it perfect. Again, this is going to hold wood outside. Don't care too much about perfection. One other tip, if you're working by yourself, you can take a clamp like I did just to hold that in place till I get 1 or 2 nails into it. Once I get a couple nails into it, I can take it out, or screws, again, whatever you're using. Something else, when you're putting this block in, when you get this angle, make sure your corner's flushed up over here. When you come over to this side, sorry for the camera angle, kind of tight spot here, but make sure that your angle is about the same here. You can put a protractor on there, or not protractor, yeah, I guess a protractor would be the right word for it, to get the exact angle. Again, I'm not going for perfection, just making sure my block is still squared on this side, and my angle should be pretty close by doing it that way. Not going anywhere. I'm getting down inside my cinder block. The hole is, I've got to actually slide this out a little bit to get it to line up. Like so. Alright, again, never built one of these before, so learn by my mistake. I've still got almost a 1/4 inch gap in there. What I did is I measured the block, but I didn't take in consideration the gap in between. So my 2x4 needed to be on the inside of those holes. So when you measure your end blocks, make sure you take that in consideration. Different cinder blocks, as you can see, that one's actually got a bigger block. Different manufacturer. Just make sure that your holes are lined up. Because if not, I'm going to have to go back and I'm going to have to shave a little bit of this board off to make it fit, or I'm going to have to wing it to make it look right. So that's what I've got now. Again, save yourself some time. You can measure that a little bit better. Your boards aren't going to fit as well as far as covering the outside of the cinder block, but as you can see now, I've got that fixed to where it's actually touching against it. So again, I've got mine clamped. Get my angle where it looks about right. And these are 3-inch nails, in case anyone needs to know. So there's my basic frame built. Again, I'm going to put a couple supports inside next. And I can't stress to you enough how important it is to measure that hole in between your cinder blocks if you're going to use the cinder blocks. Now, you don't have to use the cinder blocks. You can drop that straight on the ground if you want to. I may actually build another one after this just to get a little bit experience, because hopefully this turns out to be a decent little thing. I got a couple people I could build them for. But anyhow, again, first attempt. I'm okay with it so far. And again, notching those blocks out the bottom, pain in the butt. So my upright supports, I debated whether to go on top or in between. I decided I'm going to go in between with them. So I got 9¼ inch board on both sides. I'm just going to make it on the inside instead of on the top. I guess if you want to make it really strong at the top, you could go inside and over the top if you wanted to, but I'll put mine like that, and as long as it doesn't start to separate or something over a period of time, I'm just going to leave it like it is. There it is all together. That's just my first design idea. So let me know what you think. Let me know what I did wrong. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that tell me what I did wrong. So that's the final result. I'll load it up. I'll probably end up putting a little bit more on there. Those big ones, I'll probably just leave them there. Like I said, sometimes we take drill holes through them and just put them on the fire so they burn longer. Depending on how big of a fire we're making. We also have that big field over there which we do some bonfires in every now and then. But for the most part, it's up off the ground. Again, it's not perfect. Could have definitely done some things better. Could have done some things worse. My first attempt. Quite happy with it. Please leave some comments below. Like it, don't like it. I'm open to constructive criticism. I'm always willing to make myself better if possible. Let me know if you think these boards should have gone on top instead of on the inside for these, just for support. Again, it seems to be holding up pretty good. Thanks for watching, and please click on like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.